Hey everybody, big welcome back. And today we're going to be just doing some flying around Heidi's campground up in Aurelia, Ontario, or Oro, I think actually, but just outside Aurelia, Ontario. And it's a nice campground. I like going there. I've been there a couple of times now, and yeah, figured I'd go for a flight around and show you. So right now we're going to go see my friends over in the field. My friends are cows, spoiler alert, and they were happy to see us roll up, so let's check it out. In the meantime, I'll say that I am happy that camping is back open due to this current situation in the world, which I gather we're not allowed to talk about on YouTube because if you name it by name, you get demonetized or something. So I don't want to risk it. But due to that situation, camping here had been closed for, well, since that all started. So obviously, that's a whole season so far up to this point. And anyway, they were just allowed to reopen. And I went out and we bought a trailer actually. I'll tell you a little story. We got some time here. Bought a trailer, but wasn't happy with it. It wasn't quite what we had in mind. So ended up selling that at a profit, of course, and buying a nicer trailer. So bought one now that's a bit bigger, 32 foot. So going up there was no trouble. But the way home the other day, or yesterday rather, was windy out. So got to get used to that, catching the breeze on the old trailer. I've got the weight distribution system, and so which is good. I think that helps. But anyway, this is probably like so boring for people. But if it is, just mute me and watch the video anyway. You're gonna see a lot of nice stuff. That's nice evening flight, and then there's a daytime flight attached to this as well. Um, but so we got the trailer. I'll fly over it after. But then also I should mention that this is flown with the DJI Mavic Mini. I do get a lot of either comments or just like people that message me asking my thoughts on it, and I guess some people like to watch my videos for to help them determine if they should get a certain drone. And I will tell you that this is still an awesome little drone. On this flight, I do have two disconnects, but they're my own fault. It's got nothing to do with the drone. So one of them's going to be here at these cows. Hopefully, if this guy ends up watching this video, he doesn't get too mad. I wasn't trying to like startle his cows or anything. I was trying to keep my distance from them, but still check them out. You know what I mean? Um, this is really cool though. All the cows are like, "Hello, what the hell are you?" And yeah. Anyway, so it's kind of funny them looking. That was as close as I was getting, but this is actually where I end up getting a disconnect anyway. Um, which DJI makes, good solid equipment. I've never had any issues with my return to home, so yeah, look at them all looking. They are probably not that used to seeing drones. I say that, but it's coming from a campground over there, so I guess there's a possibility they have before. I didn't actually even know they were there. I just saw the farm and I thought it was nice. I was going to actually fly over and take a picture for Instagram or something, but saw the cows and went for it. But anyway, before we get back to the trailer park here, just kind of look around here at the farm. And I'll tell you though, like the little Mavic Mini, I still to this day, and I've said it in my other videos, I'll say it again. My only fear with it is wind, that it does not have the power to fly against, crazy winds. So I don't fly it nearly as much as I used to with my Mavic Pro, just because, it's not that it's that expensive or anything like that, but I don't want to lose it. I don't want anything to go wrong. Like, I don't want it flying away and then hitting a car or airplane or a squirrel or, or anything for that matter. So um, I just I just try to stay on the cautious side when it comes to wind because I consider myself to be a reasonably good pilot. Well, I have control of it, but my fear is the if I get a disconnect and it's too windy for return to home to work properly. So when I talk about wind, it's not that I don't know how to fly in the wind. I could fly in the wind no problem, throw it in sport mode and do my thing. It's the fear of the disconnect. Um, which, like, I said that disconnect was my fault. As you can see where the trailer was, and I dipped down too low behind the tree line and too low to the ground anyway to maintain signal. And the same is going to be set up ahead here when we go and go fly around the Heidi's Tower. And we'll talk about Heidi's Campground. So this area at the back where you kind of see all those trailers there, this is like the new section. I don't know a whole lot about it other than they probably took over some farmland or something like that, and they've been expanding. So last time I was up in the treed side, this time I was out here, and so this side's kind of wide open. You're getting the whole full force of the sun. There's no trees or anything like that. But it's still nice. It's got full service. It was all brand new, like connections, power boxes, dump station, like the dump right on your site. And last year they had like this big like carnival thing there and stuff. This year, obviously, due to the current world circumstance or world climate, whatever you want to say, um, I guess pretty much all campgrounds are going to be limited on what they're actually doing. So these guys aren't even allowing tent camping right now. You have to be within a fully contained trailer unit with a washroom and showers on your own. However, they did on Saturday open the pool, provided you shower in the main house there. Like the pool's an indoor pool here. It's an indoor heated pool. It was still a little chilly though on Saturday, but yeah, so here I think I was losing signal again. So I was like, I was trying to fight it. Um, wanted to come fly over to the tower, but anyway. So the what I'll say though, for those of you still here, I know this is like probably the most boring video to some of you, but some of you are hardcore and you guys watch no matter what the hell I put up, and I really appreciate that. Um, it's cool having an audience and a venue to talk about life or whatever. So. Um, Back to this, I want to kind of give like a shout out to this campground, though I'm not doing a proper review of them. I would have loved to have if I had thought of it in time, maybe took some pictures and stuff like that and whatever. But I will tell you, from my personal experience, these guys are great. Um, so when I called to book the site, like to make a reservation or whatever, I called them on, I don't know, whatever it was, Tuesday or something last week. Said, hey, I'd like to come up Friday evening just for the weekend. And they are still like an old school kind of business where everywhere else is like, oh, we're going to need your non-refundable, deposit on your credit card or something like that. These guys don't. They take your word for mouth that you say, I'm coming up there on Friday. That's it. That's all they need. We'll see you when you get here. If anything changes, you can't make it, let us know. And then, so Friday rolls around. There were some delays, which I'll explain in a minute. Um, the so running a little late. The office closes at 9. Call from the highway at like 7:30 or whatever, saying, "Hey, you know what? Unfortunately, running a bit late. We're on the way." Lady says, "Well, I only work till 9, but I know you're coming. I don't mind. I'll stick around and wait for you." And the lady in the office actually sat around waiting for us to arrive late. Now, even if she had left, they do have an after hours person on site or something that can assist you with that. But the fact was, the lady was nice enough just to wait around. It was no big deal for her. And then, while we were there signing in, some kids came to the door. The store was closed, mind you, but they wanted something or whatever. And just, yeah, she's like, yeah, 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 don't worry, I'm here for a bit anyway. And so, super nice and friendly. The every time I've been there so far, I've got zero complaints about these people. So I'd recommend them if you happen to be up in the Aurelia area looking to go camping. You know what? Give it a go. Nice people, nice place. Um, there's my trailer there, showing my son here, he's standing next to me, showing him how to fly. Um, the uh, the trailer I was telling you, I'll tell you after. So, bought this trailer used, and it basically it's an older trailer. It's a 2002, but the price was right, 5 grand. And it's in good condition. It spent its entire life in a campground though, so it had like since it was new, or pretty much new, it sat in a campground. So the wheels were like the original ones. They were all like weather cracked and they wouldn't hold air, and the park had to pull it up. So we're gonna switch videos. Here we go. This is just a daytime flight now, kind of same area. But listen to my story. So there's the trailer there. The tires were garbage. So going into it, got it for 5,000 bucks. Knew it was going to need tires and rims. Just it was easier just to buy tires and rims. It was 800 bucks for tires and rims, versus if we wanted to take the rims off, you know what I mean, and then drive them to the store. Like we would have had to, you know what I mean, put something under the trailer to make sure it was safe to have all the wheels off. And anyways, too much hassle just to replace the tires. So whatever, nice shiny new rims and tires, 800 bucks. So we go down there at like 6:30, bought out in Kitchener. Go down there at like 6:30 at night, and I start trying to take the first wheel off, and on the first wheel alone, I snapped 4 of 5 lug nuts. And so I'm like, oh shit, this is a problem. And then the guy that we were buying it off, he's like, well, what do you want to do? And just kind of said, you know what, don't worry about it. We'll figure this out. So I ended up going to Princess Auto, getting some PB Blaster, and seriously sat there for hours until like midnight or very close to. Um, very, very slowly taking all the rest of the wheels off. But then at this point, the only salvation we had, because we couldn't get the wheel studs, so Princess Auto didn't have the right wheel studs. So I came up with the idea of banging it out one stud per drum, because it's drum brakes on all 4 wheels there. So we very carefully, I banged out one stud on each wheel, which gave me, because there's 5 on each wheel, that left me with 4 studs per wheel anyway, which was safe enough to get it home. And we actually took it on this trip with only the 4 studs. But um, yeah, anyway, so it ended up being a nightmare to try to, like, I was so sore and getting bit by mosquitoes, and because it's a lot of work trying to get bolts off without snapping them. Like, because you can stand up and put all your force in it and you'll snap the bolt. No problem, you know what I mean? But if you're trying to actually work them off rusted on lugs, man, that's hard on the body, especially when you're being bit by ants and mosquitoes at night in the forest. Anyway, all that's done. The trailer's nice inside. I guess maybe one day if I'm bored, or if you guys want to see it, I show you some video or something of it. I don't know, why not, right? Um, I had sold my other. I used to have a nice trailer a few years ago, but I ended up selling it, and then afterwards, kind of like kicked myself in the ass, going, well, now I miss it. Um, but anyway, I have an F-150 right now, but next time it's time to buy a truck, like once this one's all paid off, I'm thinking on maybe going to the F-250 to go with a 5th wheel trailer, because they just, I don't know, I just like them. I like I like the layout of the inside. They normally have taller ceilings, and then you go upstairs to your bed, which is kind of cool. And I don't know. If you guys are campers, for the very few people that are actually even still listening at this point, if anybody, I might be even sitting there spitting all this shit out for nothing. But if you guys are campers, what do you think? Do you prefer 5th wheels? What do you have? Now, I had done some research, and I see that many people do pull 5th wheels with an F-150. So it can be done. You just can't have one of these monstrosity, monstrous, whatever, 40 footers. But you can actually put like a smaller 5th wheel, as long as it's within your towing rating. I've got the 5-liter V8, so I've got pretty good tow capacity. I did get the towing package with it. So I got a brake controller and whatever, the 3 to 73 gears or whatever. Um, but yeah, so anyway, I think I'll probably wait to get a 250 to do that. And apparently, in a couple of days, Ford is releasing the new F-150 though, which they did make a diesel option. So I don't know, maybe I would look into that instead of a 250. Not really sure. I think we're pretty much going to come back to the trailer now. This was getting ready to hit the road, but I just figured it'd be nice to give one little video here because I wanted to give a shout out to these guys. You know what I mean? I've been to some campgrounds where the people were just assholes, the people that managed it, and I've gotten in an argument with staff, like the maintenance guys for being a dick for, like my son was with me in a hot tub and he was like 15 or something, and like no one's allowed in the hot tub under 19, and I'm like, yeah, he's here with me, I've got full responsibility. The guy's like, I don't give a fuck, as he's smoking in the pool area, and I'm like, well, you're breaking the fucking law smoking in the pool area anyways, shut up. um Anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap it up, guys. This was me just doing a little roof inspection. I wanted to see what was going on. That was black lines where a cable was running before. But that's it. Sorry it wasn't a great video. I just figured I'd throw something up for you guys. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Happy camping, if that's your thing. It's my thing. Peace out.